All right, welcome everybody to the Getaway Podcast with Tony and Sean. This is the Labor Day weekend edition. I am Tony.
I am Sean.
And we are joined once again by our brother Jeff Cooks. From Stebbins to Butler to, where'd you go after that? Northwestern, right?
That's where I work. Where I work.
You went there. He ended up there. Where you at now?
Yeah.
Took some classes.
I'm in Chicago.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining us again. We appreciate it. We've had some technical difficulties, but we are moving and grooving. Sean, how's the weather out there in Southern California?
You know what it is? No, for real though. Heat wave, dog. It's like they put out that advisory again. Watch your usage for your electricity. It was 111 degrees 2 days ago, and we had like 3 days in a row of that heat wave, son.
Whoa.
But it's still sunshine and tacos, baby. Still sunshine and tacos.
That's right. What's it like out there in Chicago, Jeff?
It started off a little rainy, and sun tried to peek back out. But, Chicago, we get all the seasons. We can possibly see all 4 seasons in one day, man.
So, we're in Ohio. I feel you.
Jeff almost didn't make it. He almost had to participate in a family Nerf gun war.
Yeah, man. We was about to link up with another family and just shoot it out today.
Ooh.
In a fun way, and look, in a non-injurious way, so people could still walk away from it. But
that's right.
Good fun.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna have Nerf guns, man.
You don't believe in Nerf guns. Who's buzzing?
Who
is buzzing?
I'm not buzzing.
I know somebody saw my face. Who?
I saw your face.
That wasn't me.
Written all over your face.
I think it was Tony.
It might have been me. No, but in all seriousness, college football is back. Everybody's not playing, but most are.
We're back, baby.
Yes.
And last time we had you on, Jeff, I think we gave it to you, man. We bamboozled you. We ambushed you. Some said that we just did you wrong because it was really a bash the team up north session. So we definitely don't want to do that. And just sing the praises of the Irish and the Buckeyes like we did. However, we are commemorating a special event in college football history this weekend. So let's go right to the film.
Oh,
okay. Oh,
it's a
look at that technology.
It's like this is a Bruder film. Is this Kennedy assassination? This is a different kind of assassination.
No.
This is a different kind of assassination, son.
Yeah,
Run him down.
I think when that happened, man, I probably almost broke my TV. Almost threw the remote of the TV on that thing, man.
This is how we get down. 13 years ago, huh? App State.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And that was 2007. That was 13 years ago. That was about the time when we started whooping y'all's tail every year after year.
Oh, yeah.
That was the start of something beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing how much research Ohio State fans do on Michigan to make themselves feel better. But it's all good though.
Hey,
it's all good.
We feel good year after year. Okay?
I feel like
we're just trying to find something to bridge the gap.
Yes, right. It's the absence of football. So now
that's right.
It's the entertainment, right? They're trying to entertain themselves by looking down on Michigan.
It's okay. We had our time. It'll come back.
They're bringing up old stuff, Jeff.
I said we had.
Why they keep bringing up the old stuff, Jeff?
Hey, it is what it is.
You know what? If we get a chance to play this year, I will not bring up any more old stuff for a year.
Oh, a year.
We'll just talk about the results of the game.
You guys can watch Notre Dame.
Huh?
Yeah, you guys are playing in that high school league plus Clemson.
It's the WOL, isn't it?
You at Clemson, boy. You beat up on all the.
He said WOL.
Mature kids.
Let me tell you something, man. I would. What I would like to see.
Look, or better yet, we'll call it the MAC subdivision.
That's you guys for real. With Maryland, Rutgers, Indiana, Purdue, Nebraska.
Most of them probably aren't even gonna play if we do come back and play. So
here we go. But you know what I would like to see? They need to do if they're pushing for this. Everybody play somebody really well, like a tough schedule, increase strength of schedule for college football. They need to do like they do basketball, have the Big Ten ACC challenge, the SEC Pac-12 challenge for those first 3 weeks that they do non-conference games. That'll change the game.
Would y'all call yourself the ACC at that point, though, or would y'all be independent?
We would be independent because we already play that kind of schedule. So, I mean, you know.
Can't argue.
You can't argue
Can't
it.
argue.
You just
Can't
can't.
argue.
I mean, look, the desire, look, honestly, the push for Notre Dame to join the Big Ten was all money. It was strictly money. It wasn't about making the league better. It was a money grab. But why would we do that? Why are we gonna be tied down to one chick when we can have all the chicks? What's that line in that movie Colors? Let's run down there and get those bad guys. And the old dude was like, look, we can run down there and get one, or we can walk down there and get them all. He didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing to clean it up so the kids can watch.
Yes, thank you very much.
Right? But you know, that's basically what we are. We are not going to join so we can just be in one league when we can go and beat everybody in all the leagues and keep all our money.
Yeah, okay, anyway. So high school sports are back here in Ohio. I know they're not playing in Illinois, and I don't think they're playing in California either. High school football.
I didn't do my homework.
Just finished week 2. And that brings me to some results. Mighty Stebbins Indians, which we are all alumni
Yes,
on
sir.
the screen.
Boniface.
Shout out. There, we got the clapping now.
It's called
Shout out
applause.
to Stebbins Indians.
First off, it's called applause. These kids and neither of us have chlamydia. It is not the claps. We don't have the claps. I went there. It's applause.
Wow.
But let's start it over again. Coach Boniface, so I can do a clip. Coach Boniface, congratulations, Stebbins.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
2-0. Big Sydney up north. Don, you know who they play next week?
I do not know who they play next week. Do you?
I don't either, but because it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that.
Doesn't matter. We're going for 3, baby. 2-0.
Right. We'll worry about that we'll worry about that on Tuesday.
Yes.
On Tuesday. We're off till Tuesday.
And let me tell you something.
All
Last week it was the running back I shouted out. This week I want to shout out the quarterback. I believe his name is Nate Keller. I just want to give him a shout out. He plays with and he's got nice touch on them deep balls, and he is fearless, and I love it.
Yeah.
High school football, man. It's something to look forward to right now. Hopefully, everybody's doing the things that it takes to keep it going for the kids. Kids need something. I know Pee Wee started back up in our area, and we actually have our first game next Saturday. So, looks a lot different, like we were talking about in the pre-production. Kids distance on the sideline, not very many fans in the stands, but it's the kids are getting out there active and being around other folks and competing and getting all the things that you get from sports and athletics.
Absolutely.
They need it. They need it. They need something to do. I'm happy. I'm happy that there haven't been any reports of like at the high school level so far that any kids have gotten the virus or whatever. Coaches and referees and everybody's healthy. So let's keep that going. Whatever you guys are doing in Ohio and everybody's healthy, I haven't seen anything. Keep doing that so we can keep having a season.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Hopefully it'll carry over to the other states here as we start approaching our fall sports or in the spring.
Right. Oh,
it's silent.
Stebbins. Because I was looking. We're still on Stebbins and my man Coach Bonifay and who they have next, which is nice and interesting, right? Team that made the playoffs last year, former head coach of Stebbins High School, Coach Trey Smitherman. They're taking on the Xenia Bucks. So Xenia has started the season 0-2. Tough sledding. And the Indians are 2-0, and they're gonna meet up and see how they get after each other here. How long has Trace been gone? Right. He's been gone for a few years. Does he have any kids left on that team?
Who's that?
Year 3. The seniors might have been freshmen when Trace was at Stebbins.
Yes, sir. He's been gone 3, probably the freshman class, senior class.
Yeah. What up, B?
Braylon said bye. Braylon, I told Braylon he could be a guest picker along with Jeff today
Okay.
in our NFL pick'ems. He says, I gotta go upstairs. Mom's saying I have to go upstairs.
Oh,
So he's sitting here looking like a little puppy dog. Basically wondering, Dad, can we do the pick'ems? Can we do the pick'ems? All right. Do you guys have a problem with us doing our pick'ems now?
let's
Not
do
at
the
all.
Get them out of
pick'ems.
the way.
No,
We do what we
let's
want.
We're gonna do the pick'ems for you, Braylon.
Remember what you said last week? We
That's
do what
for
we
you.
want, when we want, how we want it. So we'll do
When
the
we
pick'ems
want,
now. That's
instead
right,
of
baby.
waiting. Instead of waiting.
I
All
mean-
right, so we are going to do a segment each week, in appreciation
Uh-huh.
of the NFL playing their games. This is not the same as your parlays, guys. Okay, that you guys participate in online.
They
This
just
is
gonna put it all out there like
friendly banter, friendly banter with the pick'ems. Okay, so Thursday night, the opening game this season, NFL game, is the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl
Ooh.
champ Chiefs. Game one. What a matchup. I am going to keep tabs on all of the results for the year as soon as I can find a pen.
I don't
You
have
find a
to
pen?
find a pen, and I don't have to beat the spread or the over under like that, do I?
There is no over under, guys. Don't worry about it. I know it's not what you're necessarily used to. All you got to do is pick them outright.
Chiefs.
pick them out right.
Chiefs.
So we are
I'm
going to
cool.
go to Jeff as the guest picker. Jeff, who you got?
I'm going
Texans,
Chiefs,
Chiefs.
man. I'm going Chiefs.
Going Chiefs. Okay. Now we're going to go to our next guest picker, Boogie Down Brown, Braylon. Braylon, who you got? Texans or Chiefs? You got the Chiefs. All right. John, we're going to go age before beauty.
Oh, okay.
Who you got?
Beauty for age. Chiefs all day.
Chiefs all day. We are going to make it a clean sweep because I am not going against my homie Mahomes
My homie.
and the Chiefs.
That's right.
All right. Come Sunday, we got a whole slate of games. We're starting off with the Packers and Vikings. Ooh wee. We got a big division rival game right off the rip. You got Jeff?
So being in Chicago, man, you know, folks are going. I have to be real quiet about this pick, but I'm gonna say Green Bay.
Green Bay. Green Bay. All right. Jeff has Green Bay. Make sure we post this clip on the Facebook.
Yes, we got
Braylon,
you.
who you got? Packers or Braylon is going, he's breaking away, and he is going with the Vikings. All right, Sean, who you got?
I'm going with who Stephen A calls a bad man, Aaron Rodgers. Packers.
Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and I'm gonna keep in the family, B. I am going with the Vikings. So Tony with the Vikings. Now we are going to the AFC North in a big showdown. Teams that split last year, and they got some extra going on with the Browns and Ravens. Browns and Ravens. Everybody wearing tight chin straps this year. No helmets being swung. There's a no tolerance rule this year. So anytime the Browns line up, I'm going to make wisecracks because they're dirty.
Man,
Browns and Ravens. Jeff, who you got?
Man, I'm going Ravens.
Ravens, my man. B, who you got? Ravens. 100%, he said. We might as well not even worry about picking this game. It's 100%. Don, who you got?
Browns. I'm going to go Browns with the
I was
upset.
gonna say there's a time limit on these picks.
Woo!
Sean, and I am going to stick with my purple Ravens.
I'm gonna what they call that the lone wolf. What is that on NFL Network? No, I'm the lone wolf.
All right. All right. Jag dog.
Enthusiasm.
All right. Jets and Bills. Jeff, who you got?
Bills, man.
Bills. Braylon. All right. Braylon has the Bills. Sean.
Bills.
Bills. And I'm going to stay true with the Bills as well because the Jets are terrible. All right. Eagles and the Washington Football Club.
I like that thumbs down, B.
Washington Football Club is taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Jeff, who you got?
I'm gonna take the upset. I'm gonna take the football club.
Oh. Braylon. Eagles and Washington. You're taking the Eagles? Okay. Sean, what you got?
I could never pick Philly.
So
Washington.
we're staying with the Washington Football Club. I
Yes.
will also stay with the Washington Football Club. Too many Buckeyes on that squad. In key spots.
My
There you
God.
go. Way to pick it, Jeff. Good job.
It always.
Yeah,
yeah.
Are you the solo? Are you him? Do it. You gotta do it. Do it. Give me the how.
All right. We got the Raiders and the Panthers.
Raiders.
Raiders. The Raiders. Braylon, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Panthers.
The Panthers. Oh, okay. Sean, who you got?
Sounds like Braylon doesn't know anything about football.
Right?
I
right.
call
Who's
that-
he learn from?
I call that
Who's his daddy?
insufficient daddying, according to Bill Manning Jones.
Insufficient daddy. Who you got? Who you got, Huffman?
Oh, let me get into it. Why you rushing me, son? I know you got to get on the grill.
My
I
bad.
get it. Cam Newton is gone. I
Yes, he
will
is.
not. I will not play with they letting that man go. I won't root for them. And Gruden is my guy. He's a University of Dayton guy. I'm going with the Raiders.
Going with the Raiders. I will stick with the Raiders as well. The black and silver. All right. All right. Next one. Excuse me, son.
He's a producer.
Next one called upon. All right. Here we go. Seattle and the Falcons.
Ooh-wee. Seattle.
Seattle. Braylon.
Seattle.
Huffman.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons healthy. Beginning of the season, Julio Jones. I'm going with Atlanta.
All right. I'm going with Seattle. The Dolphins and the Patriots. You got Jeff.
I think this first game, Cam's gonna come out on fire. So I'm gonna go with Patriots.
Showing his tail. All right. Braylon, who you got?
Oh, I
Patriots.
don't know why I just said that.
Huffman, who you got?
Is Tua starting? Tua's my nephew, so
I don't know.
no, I'm going with New England.
Going with New England.
Yeah.
All right, I am going against the grain. I'll be the lone wolf in this one.
Oh, do it.
All I know is they have given the Patriots fits the last couple years. I am going with the Dolphins, regardless of who they have at quarterback.
Woo.
They beat them with Fitz magic. I think
Woo.
they can absolutely catch a Belichick team that is not quite ready for the season.
Hmm.
That's what I'm going with.
Mm.
Now that takes us to Tommy Terrific's new squad, Tampa Bay Bucks, taking on Brees and the Saints. Jeff, who you got?
I think Brees ruins Tom Brady's debut in the new uni. Saints.
Okay, all right. And what you think?
I don't know why I'm saying this, but Bucks.
Bucks, go Bucks. All right. And Huffman.
Where's the game?
I don't know.
New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans.
I think it's in
In
New
the
Orleans.
dome.
I'm going New
Yep.
Orleans.
In the dome.
I'm going New Orleans. They got too many new pieces in Tampa Bay to deal with the crowd noise. I'm going with Drew.
Going with Drew. Okay. I am actually going to go with the Saints as well. I feel like the Bucks are going to be a little bit of a work in progress. I don't know if the Saints will be able to get them a second time. I think starting off, New Orleans is ready made. I'm going with the Saints.
It's literally what I just said.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we got the Cowboys and the Rams.
Said literally, huh?
Literally.
Cowboys and the Rams. Dak
Yes.
Prescott is coming out swinging like Cam. He's got something to prove. He didn't get that big time contract like he should have gotten. Cowboys.
You have Braylon's approval on that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the B by the Cowboys. I'm gonna put the S by the Cowboys. Is that fair to say, Sean?
Yeah.
I think I will go the same. All right. Then we have the Giants, the New York Football Giants, taking on the black and yellow Steelers. Giants were just a laughing stock
Can I
last year,
can I have a
man.
coin so I can flip it? Steelers and Giants. I'm gonna go Steelers.
Steelers. Braylon, who you got? Giants or Steelers? The Giants. Okay.
The Giants are terrible. I'm going Pittsburgh. And I hate Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Steelers as well, but I can't stand them either. In the Monday night game, we will see John Elway's Broncos taking on Derrick Henry and the Titans. Who you got, Jeff?
We lose Jeff?
Nope, I'm here. I'm going Titans.
Study long, study wrong, Jeff.
Yeah, you
No,
stay long,
I'm
you
going-
stay wrong, and your videos froze too.
That's on your end, bro. I'm still moving.
And once again,
So I got the Titans.
my
I
end,
got the Titans.
my end is
Hey,
the
Tom.
end that matters.
Can you see me,
All
Tom?
right. Titans and the Broncos. Braylon, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go Titans because Derrick Henry.
Braylon takes the Titans. Sean, who you got?
Titans. And again,
Titans.
my end is the end that matters, Jeff.
All right, and I will take the Titans as well. So I will keep a tally on here
Check your
for
phone.
bragging rights.
Hey, we forgot one.
We will go
What we forget?
16 weeks.
Well,
we
we
missed
forget.
the-
Crown a champion.
Colts.
What?
Win.
Colts and Jaguars. Did we pick?
Colts and Jags. Didn't I say the Colts and Jags? I thought for sure I said Colts and Jags. My bad.
Then we missed them.
Colts and Jags. Jeff, who you got?
I'm gonna go Jags.
Braylon, who you got?
That's a dumb pick.
Man, I think
Sean, who you
man,
got?
Phillip Rivers is done, bro.
Colts. You going with Gardner
Gardner
Minshew?
Colts.
You going with Mustache over Phillip Rivers?
Man, Phillip
Is that
Rivers
what we're
is
doing?
Gonna go
washed
with the
up.
Colts.
He's washed up.
Once again,
My
I will
God.
tally it up. We will have bragging rights from week to week, and we'll see if we can beat a 10-year-old in the picks. All right. All right. So last week, man, last couple of weeks, I feel like we got a little down on the podcast. Just a lot of things going on that we were touching on, and so having Jeff on here, even though we're not making jest over his college football lack of wins, lack of substantial wins over the last decade, we still want to keep it light and have a little fun with the Getaway Podcast. So we're gonna keep it light today. We're not gonna get into a lot of topics that are polarizing like we have a little bit here recently. Even though we can talk about whatever we want to talk about on our podcast, we're gonna keep it light today.
Whenever we want.
And I will say this, Sean, next time you choose to fire up whatever it is you fired up and chomp on that bacon, make sure you let folks know. I can see that bacon all the way here in Ohio.
It's good, baby.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Luckily, we did the same thing this morning, so I'm not jonesing for it.
I needed a snack.
I get it. All that IT work you were putting in, man. I get it. I get
You
it.
see where it's gotten us? It gets us a frozen screen and a participant who
But that's
refuses
okay.
who refuses to back out and come right back in. That's what we get.
He don't want to miss
You need to
anything.
You need me to come out and go back in? So you need me to unfreeze?
Hey, there you go. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
He must have a Fisher Price laptop over there.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so look, if you think people out there that listen to our podcast,
It's a good thing he got that little spittle thing around his because it's probably bacon all over his
No,
mouth.
right? I see them bacon bits just flying. Boom, 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 boom.
people out there in the podcast land, I've been on Tony about being technologically sound. I got Jeff up to speed. He's got a mic, right?
I got the mic.
Thank you. And it didn't take you as long as it took Tony. It took Tony 2 months. And he wants to give me grief, but this dude is still playing Madden on an Atari 2600. He's got the original Xbox. We're trying to start a Madden league,
It is not
and
the
this dude's
original.
got
I
the
gotta fix it. I
original
don't have the original, bro.
Xbox. Which one is it?
It's the 360. It's not the original. One before
The one before. Sorry, it's
it's
one generation
One
removed.
before the Xbox One. You're right, but
There was
again,
one before the 360.
Right. So you got the
Yeah.
one that's the son
No,
of a
I don't have
slave.
the one. You know,
You got the Xbox that's the son of a slave.
look at you. All right.
What?
Look, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Between work and school and 4 kids, it's not the time for it. So things are slowing down now, so I can update and get back into my my swing of things. So I will be updating. My gift to myself for being almost done with this doctorate.
Well, congratulations.
This is the first time, Dr. Cooks. This is the first time that I've been able to partake in your leagues, and I do not feel bad joining you to take away the Lombardi Trophy, the Lombardi Trophy when it's all said and done.
Here comes the disrespect.
Is that where we going with this already?
Because let me tell you something. Because I fired up the sticks last night, and I'm pretty good. I've been busting my son's tail for about 24 hours now.
He's all of 10 years old.
Hey, let me tell you something. He's whooping me. Ain't nobody saying nothing about him being 10 years old.
He's
Now,
whooping
I'm
you?
Him,
He's whooping
deserves
you?
credit. Hey, man, listen.
Let me tell you something.
games,
First
man,
off,
these
first of all, there would never be a time, and Keyshawn was the only one who played, that any one of them, either one, Jalen or Keyshawn, would be able to beat me at a video game. Not no daggone sports game. Ain't no way. I hung 100 on him because I had to teach him a lesson.
I used to get my nephew too.
I'm telling you, man, ain't no, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. Now, Jeff, fair warning, Jeff. He plays like the game is supposed to be played, and it drives me absolutely stinking nuts. Don't let this dude get a lead on you in the fourth quarter.
Then he just on three yards at pop.
He's
Dog.
doing that clock.
And he's working the clock. I would be sitting at his house. We would play on the weekend for hours. This was pre-Casey. This was single Tony, right? We would play for hours, and I would be sitting there boiling, and I couldn't say anything out loud because what can you do? Get the lead. Man. If you don't want somebody to run the clock out on you, then be better.
Man,
and I would be boiling.
We used to play up in when I was in school. We did it. We would have just a Madden ball.
Yeah.
And we would all put in our little few dollars in there just to kind of give a winning pot. It'd get brutal, man. But I think the last year we did it, I think I ended up losing by a field goal in the final game. It was brutal. But man. So I'll be ready.
I'll be wanting to punch him, man. I'll be wanting to punch him in the face.
For the week of the 19th to the first games, the game started on the 19th.
Shout out to Paul Valerio. We know what you did to that Madden game back in like 1993. Sega Genesis. My man lost and took it out back and old Yellered the game. Shout out Paul V.
Man.
Old Yeller.
Man, so what else is going on, man? We got NBA going on.
Yeah.
We got games every night.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Our Eastern Conference pick that we made a few weeks ago is in trouble. We both picked the Bucks, and they are down 0-3.
Woo.
I mean, they got the MVP. They're down 0-3.
Yeah, man.
And Miami's got a bunch of has-beens. Newbies.
I feel like Jimmy Butler's will to win has been the difference. I feel like you can see it on his face, his attitude, his demeanor, the way he plays. He's like, you know what? We're not going to lose. This reminds me of 1989. Shout out David Thomas. We're playing Carroll High School. We are expected to be really good. Yeah. Right? We're getting preseason, all kinds of, acknowledgments and whatnot. And we come out in the first half against Carroll and lay an absolute egg. Yeah. Right? And they had just scored, and I think it kicked it to 9-0 or something like that. Might have been 10. I can't remember the exact number. So we go out on kickoff return. Jeff, were you in the huddle for this? Were you on the kickoff return?
I wasn't on the return
okay,
team.
But you heard me say this story.
Yeah, I heard the story about it.
We go out to huddle and we're like, it's unbelievable. The place is packed. You know, we put in all this work and we think we are going to be good. And we're getting drugged by Carroll. Like this was Carroll before Carroll went on these runs with the playoffs and state finals and whatever else that they had done.
Yeah.
And David is our leader. David is our go-to guy. He's our motivational guy, him and Mike Street. And he comes into the huddle and he's livid. And if you know David, he's soft-spoken. He leads by example, right? He doesn't talk a whole lot. He just puts in the work and then you go, okay, I got to work. So he comes into the huddle and calls the play. We had him called, return middle, return right, return left, right? Or if we had a special one to throw back or whatever we did.
Yep.
He comes in and he calls the play. He says, touchdown left, and I'm scoring whether you block or not. So they proceed to kick the ball to the dude. He catches it on the right side of the field, comes back to the left, fakes the handoff to Steve Conley,
and goes. And
I peel back and clip one dude, barely clipping, and it was end of story. He did all the work. He went right to the sideline, tip, and then cut it back across the field and jets and was out. And we proceeded to put on a route 43 in a row. It was like 43 unscored. The final score was 43-9.
Yeah.
And that was what it was. And I feel like Jimmy Butler, how did we get from Jimmy Butler to David Thomas? Anyway, that's what Jimmy Butler has done for the Miami Heat against the Milwaukee Bucks, the #1 seed. Shout out David Thomas.
Seeing people,
but he's been the unsung hero, I'll say the underestimated person throughout his entire career.
Yes.
He's always been labeled as that one not quite to get you there. Biggest mistake the Bulls did was get rid of him.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing.
What'd you say?
I was going to say the same thing, but part of that, though, was also been he just hasn't wanted to be in certain places, right? Because I think his ability has all. I mean, we talked about him as a max player when he was in Chicago. But the thing is, he makes it very, very known when he doesn't want to be somewhere. I think that's been the knock on him. What he's showing right now, though, is he does deserve that praise as an elite player because he has literally taken them on his back, and he has done it in all different ways. But it's not just been during the playoffs.
Yeah,
he's done it all year.
Yeah,
that was Minnesota, right? Minnesota was the place where he was like punking them dudes, Towns and the other cat.
He said, put me in with the backups, and I'll bust there.
Whoa!
I'll bust there. Yeah.
Whoa!
Right.
We gotta get Tony a beat button.
We'll have to get him one.
I need a beeper.
Yeah.
But no, it's neat to see, man. There's a lot of different stories going on in the bubble. It's neat to see these stories and as they're developing. One that I'm very interested to see how it plays out is the Denver Clippers series.
Yeah,
tied up.
I felt like the Clippers were going to come in and outclass them, but I'll tell you what, the more you watch Denver play, they are just young, naive enough to not know that they're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
So what I would call them is unafraid. You watch Murray play, and it's just like, you know what? I pull up when I want to pull up. I drive to the hoop when I want to. I drop dimes and what's his name? Jokic, whatever his name is, the big guy, the Joker. Yeah. He's the same way. They play fearless. And like you said, it's just you're too young to know better, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
They play fearless, and they play as a team.
Yeah.
They're not coming out there and it's all everyone for themselves. Watching the Clippers play, Kawhi is just that next level, top level elite player.
Yeah.
And they have good pieces on that team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see Denver backing down. Denver took a punch in the mouth.
Right.
Came back, punched in the mouth, came back.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an exciting series.
Punched them just as hard. It wasn't close either.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. A lot of good games going on right now, man. We're gonna have to let this series end and then redo our pick.
Are the Lakers in trouble? Like
the Lakers are definitely in trouble. The Lakers are definitely in trouble.
The tweet that I saw was, how are the Lakers guards going to deal with Harden and Russ?
Like, that's what it is. So it's a total contrast in styles, right? It's a total who is going to be able to break the other one's will. And in game one, they just couldn't keep up with those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And so as the Lakers, I feel like you have to commit to slowing it down and pounding them. You got enough guys to throw at them and enough fouls to use. Okay, you got to use them, but you also got to get back, because a lot of what Houston was getting was in transition on quick change. Quick change. Whether it be turnovers, whether it be defensive rebounds and off to the races. And you know, Lakers got to playing a little bit fast, but they can't play fast like Houston.
Not all the time.
And then the second part of it, though, and nobody saw this one coming, was they held the Lakers to under 100 points. And they have not been known, D'Antoni has not been known as a coach who preaches defense necessarily.
Yeah, but they have been.
Outscore the other team, but they D'd up.
Right.
They D'd up. LeBron 0 points in the fourth quarter. Now, I don't know if that's much of D'ing up on LeBron or LeBron trying to prove a point. Right. I don't know. LeBron's been known, you know, throughout history to prove his points, much like the Mamba did from time to time, just to remind you who he was and how bad you need him and how you need to get focused.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but we'll see tonight.
I saw an interesting number.
Tonight will be a big game. Tonight will be a big game.
I saw an interesting number at the end of the game. AD had 25 points. LeBron had 20, and they got blew out. Like, I don't know if that Lakers team is as efficient if LeBron is scoring 35 and AD scoring 35 or 40. You know what I mean? Like, if they have to score more points to win a game doing that, I don't know if they can sustain that over a series.
Sean, who's their number 3? Who's the number 3 on that roster?
I have no idea.
They don't have a consistent problem. It's supposed to be Kuzma.
No.
He's still developing. He comes off the bench.
But he's inconsistent, and I think that was one thing that
Danny Green
for that game.
As a free agent, they signed Danny Green and felt like he was going to mean more. You know, they re-signed Rondo, who's clearly near the end of his career. They kept Kuzma for whatever reason. Kuzma was the untouchable when really Ingram should have been the untouchable all along.
Absolutely.
You get a revitalized Superman in the middle, part-time big man.
He's played well.
He has played well, but he's not going to be the guy. He's not going to be your number 3. He's never been that.
Well, he doesn't even start. He doesn't start.
Right.
So they don't have a number 3.
Here's the problem. Like you said, Ingram should have stayed. Kuzma should have been the one to go. But why Danny Green drives me nuts. I'm not going to say anybody's name. Okay. But Jamal Crawford was out there. He would have provided a spark offensively, and he can guard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't know why you pick him. Maybe it's because I know he's old, right? But man, sometimes there's guys who just age doesn't even matter to them. They're just the way their DNA, your body, they're built. And Jamal Crawford can still play. And I feel like Danny Green does dumb things. I'm saying it. He does.
Yeah, here's the deal.
Do you remember the guy who played on the Stebbins basketball team who everybody knew he would do something dumb? I'm not going to say his name. But do you know who I'm talking about? Please tell me. I need somebody to recognize that the remote that got thrown hit him. And that's who we're talking about. Do we know? I need somebody to acknowledge that you know. Jeff.
On the basketball team, man?
Yes, Tony knows. Yes. He played it for his Ridge sometimes.
I'm not going to say.
Shut up. Never mind.
I'm not going to say JJ's name.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, please stop it.
We're not going to say his name.
I didn't say his name or his initials.
Hey, and here's the parallel. One of the nicest guys. Here's the deal. Danny Green, if the NBA had a Walter Payton Man of the Year award, Danny Green would probably win it.
We trying to win rings. We trying to win rings.
He's a quality citizen.
Yeah.
You know, he got his ring. He got his ring in Toronto.
Yeah.
You know, he filled a role. But the reality of it is, when the Lakers signed him, I said, "Oh my, that's not gonna do it."
You know what I saw him do? I saw him shoot a 3 from the corner, hit the side of the backboard. I saw him throw the ball away on an inbound to the wrong team, and I saw him commit the dumbest foul on Harden, all in the same game. He is that guy. He's that guy. Him. I can't take it.
Yeah.
You know what though? So Houston comes in though. I think even if they had the longer series, the Lakers had the rest. They come in hotter though. They come in for in rhythm. I think the Lakers come in the sitting, put them out of rhythm. Like I said, tonight will be a true story about what we'll see for the rest of the series.
Oh, they're playing tonight, huh?
Yeah, they playing tonight, and LeBron and Davis sat out a large portion, of that fourth quarter too. So I don't know. I think today we'll see a lot. I think it'll tell a lot about what happens for the rest of the series. If Houston pulls this one out, then the Lakers are definitely in trouble. If the Lakers win this one, if they win this one, I think you'll see them pull it together.
They sat out the fourth quarter because they were getting their face kicked in.
Yeah, the Lakers have to go back for games 3 and 4. They might be in trouble.
Say what?
Hear what I said?
Say it again.
I said if the Lakers have to go back to Houston for games 3 and 4, they might be in trouble.
Oh, back to Houston.
Wait, they're in the bubble.
Yeah, they're in the bubble.
That's once again. This has got to be like week 4 or 5 of this. This is why we need booze in the bubble. David Silver, answer my call. Can we get Oh, sorry. Adam Silver. Rest in peace, David Stern. Can I get a return call? For God's sake, man, can we get some booze in the bubble? Does that make sense, Jeff? Do you watch the games? Every shot is an applause. Hold on, according to Tony, it's claps. You get the claps. You get the claps for every made basket.
Yes.
I need some booze. Shoot.
Boo, brother, boo.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. So yes, we got NBA almost every night. That's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
NFL starting up. We got some college. I watched some college yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was fun. I watched SMU and Texas State, which ended up being a whale of a game.
And we're gonna learn about some Sunbelt dudes, right? We're gonna learn about Sunbelt and the whoever. Yeah, we're gonna learn about these dudes. Every home game's gonna be played. I was like, I'm watching it all, dog.
Yeah.
And Marshall yesterday.
Yeah.
Quarterback ball out.
Freshman.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what it is right now, man. And that's okay. It's college football. It's action. It's that time of the year. Hopefully we'll see what happens. Hopefully people can stay healthy. Hopefully the conferences that aren't playing, that are on the cusp of potentially playing, can get it figured out. Now I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, because I know you pay attention to the news. I heard it was Michigan's president who's holding up the process. All jokes aside. I
didn't read an article or anything. I didn't hear a report, but I did see a scroll on ESPN that Harbaugh said that the team could be ready to play in 2 weeks, and that he has been texting and emailing with the president, but hasn't had any conversation with him. So I don't know.
What I read was the Board of Regents said, give it your thumbs up or give us your resignation.
Oh,
that's what I saw.
Ooh. Wow, to Michigan's president?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
So
hold on. Breaking news: Giannis Antetokounmpo will not play in Game 4 tonight.
We're done.
It's a wrap.
We're done.
Put your money. Put your money on the Heat tonight, people. If you want to make some money, pick them to win straight up.
Better do it now.
That's right.
So he's not playing.
Just came across ESPN. I have to say sources saying he won't return for Game 4. what they're saying.
Yeah, it's
Sources are saying he may not be in Milwaukee next year.
they're playing the score right now. Bucks are up by 1.
Oh, it's the third quarter. Yeah. So I've got. It looks like he re-injured it during the game because he hurt it the other day, right? He stepped on somebody's foot.
Yeah, ankle.
Yeah, and then they said they got a picture of him on the ground. So yeah, and they're up. They are up 1. So he won't be back after. It's 8 minutes left in the third. It's a wrap.
All right.
See if they can
Man.
rally without him.
Unless Chris mid-range Middleton gets hot, dropping them twos on people. All right, so look, we are at the 45-minute mark, right? So,
All right.
Yes.
2 things I've watched in our segment on what are you watching during the quarantine pandemic type thing. Lovecraft Country. It's like a sci-fi type thing. It's executive produced by that crazy dude, Jordan Peele. And it's on HBO. It's like 5 episodes deep. And I thought initially it was going to be like a season-long thread, and everything was going to be connected. Well, the first 2 episodes are the same story, and then it's a different story. For episode 3, it was pretty good. It's really good. It's got Jussie Smollett's sister. What's her name? Journey Smollett. And some other folks in it. Man, it's really, really good. It's got like some sci-fi, freaky horror. Make you jump a little bit. It did make me jump a little bit. And then the second thing I'm watching,
Scared your hair gray.
Yeah, it did. What was that movie where the kid, where they, it right? Where they saw the scary thing and their hair all turned white. Yeah, why you gotta bring that up, man? Second thing I'm watching, it premiered today. I already watched it on Stars. Power Book 2 Ghost. And let me tell you something. This season is going to make me like the most hated character on the show, Tariq. I can't stand his little butt, but now I'm starting to like him.
Bad A word.
That bad. I'm just saying. But now, based on the things that are happening, I'm starting to like him.
So I feel like I felt my power fell off. Like I really liked Power for like 5 seasons. And then I just 7 seasons, right? 7 seasons? 6?
6.
Whatever.
Like
I didn't watch the last one. I watched like the first 2 episodes of the last season and didn't. So I don't even know who dies. I don't know who's still around. Don't spoil it for me. I got to go back and watch that before I watch this next book. But I heard it's got Mary J.
Yes.
It's got Method Man.
Yes.
I heard it's legit.
It's got the dude who played Bobby Brown in the New Edition story. What's his name? Woody something? He's in there. I'm telling you, man. The first one was good.
You said that's right.
And there was they dropped some bombs in there, like, who did this to such and such, and she was like, it was such and such, and I was like, I told you they was gonna blame him. So y'all better watch it.
So
I will tell you this.
I'm like you, Tony. I gotta catch up. I kind of stopped.
I gotta catch up. Now, spoiler. I heard there's gonna be even a second spinoff, potentially next year. It'll take place, I believe, out in California.
Here we go.
It will follow Tommy.
Oh.
California.
Oh.
And
is
Tommy
that where he went
his
to
thing
Cali?
out. That's I read that in a spoiler yesterday.
Huh.
I believe that's the direction. That's the next one. Oh yeah.
I like Tommy.
May have to get back on my power kick, man.
Yeah, I might have to get back on it.
Yeah,
I might have to go ahead and finish watching the last season so I can jump on this one.
I already
That'd
watched
be
it.
so fun.
It was a good episode.
Jeff, what you watching? Anything?
No, man, nothing new at this point. Haven't jumped into anything yet.
Okay.
So I need to though. Like I said, I need to find some other forms of entertainment other than these boring books.
They have moved on from streaming binging to now Nerf gun wars with the neighbors.
We are in straight remote learning setup mode. So the wife has been getting things together and trying to get the different spaces together for the kids. The older two will be upstairs in their space, and the little one's down here with her while she's working. So that has been truly the focus as far as getting things situated for that, man. It's gonna be a whirlwind. We start up on Tuesday. So, we got hitting that ground running with all that. Look. So it's gonna be a big move. So
that's what's up.
All right. Well, we haven't binged much of anything here lately, man. It's been it's crazy with a lot of hours with work, with sports coming back, making sure coaches are taken care of, making sure the kids are taken care of. So it's been a little bit nuts. But definitely, Sean, I think I might try to catch up with that power, use that a little bit, all in preparation for November. And Chicago PD coming back.
Is it coming back in November?
I saw it last night. I looked and I Googled it.
Yes.
And it is, I believe it said November 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
Take them to the cage.
Back. They are back.
I hope this season that Hank gets some baby powder. They need to get like a little Johnson & Johnson sponsor so he can start putting that powder in his hand before he slaps the bad guy. Take him to the cage. I love that dude. I love him.
Yes. Cannot wait to get back and watch Chicago PD.
Ava's happy. She likes that show too.
They signed a 3-year extension to the contract.
Yeah.
Have pre-purchased 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's lovely.
Yeah, your boy.
That's lovely.
The last I remember is your boy got the whole Valley Street hating on him.
You said
Atwater got a
Atwater.
Huh?
Did you say the whole Valley?
I said it.
I mean, it's facts.
It's
but
facts.
I'm just saying.
It's what it is. You mess up down there, you can be in some problems, and he's in some problems.
That's true. That's true. They definitely stuck together.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
That. And yes, that's true.
Atwater's like, come at me, son. Come at me. And they all in the street. They all on the street. Both sides of the street drove by him, man. He's scared as heck now.
Yeah.
Hank gonna handle it, though. Hank gonna handle it. Take him for a ride,
Hank.
Take him for a ride, Hank.
Right. That's right. All right. Well, like we said, we want to keep it light this weekend on the Labor Day edition of Getaway Podcast with Tony and Sean, and special guest, newest member of the Buckeye fan club, Jeff Cooks. We are going to
the Buckeye
Did you see Herbstreit the other day? His little interview on ESPN.
Yes, I did. Oh,
I'm just gonna leave it there.
I'm gonna stop the music because I know you want to bring something up.
I do want to say something, but I'm not.
Say it because Tony said it already. You can just follow up so we can get it in now. So I stopped the music for this one. I
had to pause for a second,
pause. Yeah.
Because I can recall playing against them and in the middle of the game and then on the field getting called out my name.
Oh.
Numerous times.
Hold on, this is serious. He okay, I thought this was something else. Go ahead.
Right. No, I'm just saying. But so that's the aspect of it. So I it was just kind of interesting to see it. But people can change and mature.
Yes. That's what I fully expected
and
to
I
happen.
can't say I've ever heard it come from him.
No.
I'm just saying some of his teammates had some
yes. So the history here, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I saw a post on Facebook where someone had mentioned that because Springfield played them this past week. And there was something similar going on, right? So the history is when you would walk out and to and from the locker rooms there, first off, you would get it from the fans, right? This was stuff being thrown, spit, and racial epithets, right?
Yeah. And this was
Centerville High School, 1980s, late 80s,
early 90s,
right? Yeah. So you would get it from them, and then on the field, you would be every N-word.
Yeah.
All game long. Now,
down.
He did not say that, right? But I don't remember him stopping it. But we'll leave it at that. But I thought you was going to go somewhere else with that, Jeff.
But I guess at the end of the day, though, I'll say I was moved by his sentiment.
Yes.
You know, and it almost made me like the fact that he just from who he was. You know what I mean? Like I like him as a person just from what you see of him and his engagement with college football.
Right.
I think it was a big statement to come from him.
Yeah.
But you know, it was just interesting because the first thing that came to my mind was Centerville itself. Not so much him.
Yeah.
Because quite honestly, he was on the sideline most of the game when we played him.
I do remember that.
But
I remember that.
But you know, they brought him in, I think, to the 1 yard line at one point just to get a quarterback sneak, and they took him right back out the game. So
he was good. He got me once. He got me once,
you know,
Jeff. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell the story. I was an undersized defensive tackle playing in the WL varsity football as a 10th grader. I was all of 5'9", 175 pounds, playing against monsters, right? Yeah, but at least you had the ability to be in space in the secondary. I was on the D line with a bunch of monsters, and I won't mention the senior's name that used to switch with me. He'd be like, "Sean, take the other side," and then I get over there and it'd be some dude who's 6'4", and the senior didn't want to play against him. But I'm not gonna mention his name.
Let's not mention any names nor initials. No
JW.
initials.
JW. And then
True.
Yeah, got a little restaurant or had a restaurant, so yeah, or double something. But he do that to me all the time. So that game, you know, they ran a triple, so Herbstreit would have the ball a lot, you know, and then I had sniffed it out, and I had him dead to rights in open space, and he gave me the old, and I went to a knee, and I went to a knee, and I rolled back over, and I looked back. 60-some yards later, it was a touchdown. So his punishment for shaking me was I was going to be chasing him the rest of the game. I was adamant I was going to get him the rest of the game. So a couple series later, maybe, I had him dead to rights. He was not going to do that again. You know what he did there? He ran out of bounds. You know what I did to him when he ran out of bounds?
He still hit him.
I hit him anyway. I smoked him on his sidelines and proceeded to get beat down on the Centerville sideline. My boys had to come pull me out of there.
Pull you out of it.
And Butch Ulmer was like, "Who did it?" Because he didn't know. And I was just like, whatever. But yeah, boy, he wasn't gonna shake me again. And I had him lined up. And I was going to light him, smoking. And he stepped out of bounds on me, and I was like, I'm not stopping. I owe you for that 60-yard heater you gave me. Shout out to Kirk Herbstreit. I feel like his experience at college at Ohio State helped him become a more well-rounded person and getting him out of that environment that he experienced as a young guy. Because it's hard to not conform when all the rest of your buddies are doing it. He probably had some thoughts and probably had some ideas until he got to college and got to be around some other people, and that probably made him a better person. So shout out. We need allies like him in this fight against racism. I know we were light all day, but we need allies that are up and using their platform that are not people of color. We need those kinds of allies to help us push the agenda forward.
Absolutely. Tie game, 77-77.
All right, fellas. Well, I got Carne Asada calling my name.
Carne Asada.
All right, now
I need to get on this grill.
He ain't got no Carne Asada.
You ready?
You got steak.
Man.
It's a good steak.
Yeah, he got no guacamole.
All right. But thank you guys. Thanks, fellas, for an hour. Actually, about 2 hours if you count the IT time we were down. But thank you. Shout out to the IT man, Sean Huffman, for getting ready to go.
Hold on.
Yes. Thank you, Scuzzy. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us. And I look forward next week to seeing these picks, see where we are on these picks. Although we will have another podcast halfway through. We got to rethink that, man. We got to have a podcast during football Sunday. Got to rethink that.
We might have to move the day.
But we'll throw that up to the top level management. So they can come up with
this is a dictatorship. I'll make the decision.
Different options for us.
Yeah.
But until then, everybody have a great week. Stay safe.
Yes.
Y'all doing any grilling, any drinking, any adults, whatever. here over the next day or so. Be careful. Don't lose any fingers on the fireworks. Don't burn anything up on the grill.
Call an Uber.
Relax and be ready to go next week again. Hey, I didn't mean to sound morbid, but you know what? We all know that it happens.
Thanks for coming, Jeff.
Thanks,
All right, y'all.